Starting one.
Sierra, pass number 320, climbing number 330, radar heading 080 degrees.
I'm going to be out of my comfort zone for sure. Anyway, one last civilized cup of tea before we leave, eh?
Well, I was following Thomas at the same speed and lost the bike on a corner. That came as a bit of a surprise, I can tell you. As the bike went down and I rolled away from it, my main thought was, I hope it's not damaged. You see, my riding gear is all highly protective, so usually I'm going to be okay. But the bike is pretty tough, I shouldn't have worried really, and Patrick came to my rescue to lift it up. As an airline pilot, I work in an industry which always investigates accidents in order to learn from them. When I looked carefully again at the film in slow motion, I realised there was a difference in technique, bearing in mind that Thomas is an off-road rider of great experience. See how he hangs his inside leg ready, off the bike like a speedway rider, and then the big dab, foot on the ground, ready with the weight to stop the bike going down. I recall that I was both feet up throughout this event. I should have done like Thomas. Lesson learned for next time. Once I'm back on the bike again, I'm thinking, got to catch up. I guess it's the adrenaline. So let's fire the beast up and gas it up the track. It didn't take long to catch them. Well, just when you thought you'd seen everything, here's some truck-top surfers raising the centre of gravity of the SUV on a narrow track on a cliff top.
Now this is one of the holiest places in Buddhism, built in the 8th century, so the oldest monastery, built by Guru Padmasambhava when he came and rid the valley of Upper Mustang of all the demons. And this is where he buried the heart of the worst demon, apparently. Still beating.
It was a really calming experience visiting the Buddhist temple. Lovely to see the traditional 7 bowls of water, candles, flowers and fruit offerings being made. The 7 bowls represents the complete offering. It can be 8, but not usually.
This is touched by the Padmasambhava statue and blessed by the monks. Nice. So with these you can either put them around your left wrist, over around your neck, or you could do it on like a motorcycle.
The motorcycle would be good.
This is
So we've just been for a blessing in the monastery behind me from the Buddhist monk, and we have the yellow holy ribbon for us to wear, which is apparently very lucky. So the style of the roads here and the motorcycling, we keep wearing the ribbon, I think.
Well, you have to say there's never a dull moment. We'd experienced some easier going, then all of a sudden it was back to deadly single tracks with big drops and a rough surface. Usually it's possible to ride on the other side of the track away from the drop, but not always, and those times you really have to trust in the stability of the gyroscopic effect of the wheels. Above 20 miles an hour, motorcycles are pretty stable, thank God for that.
End of day 4 and we're still in the game. What can I tell you? Well, my diary entry for last night was end of day 3, toughest ride of my life. Day 4, the roads got worse. Here's the stay for night 4. This is my little room here. Come on in. I can see we have 2 beds. Large and small, it's a family room, and I can see we've even got electric light tonight, which is great because some nights we don't have electricity. So day 5 today as we leave the Damodar Kunda guest house in where are we? Sarang, heading for Lomantang. Just an hour's ride, maybe less, and we'll be in the historical capital of the Upper Mustang Valley. Forbidden Kingdom. Day 5, we're still here.
A replacement backup truck joined us overnight. Jimmy from Samar brought his Mahindra Bolero, complete with Buddha embellishments, statues, decals and offerings. Somehow it felt safer now, because Buddha was watching over us, and we still had our yellow ribbons, of course. Naturally, there were some places where the truck just couldn't follow us. Here it had to take the long way round.
Hello, Patrick! Ça va? Hi. Yeah, babe.
I don't know what I am going to say when they ask if I am doing okay. Well, I don't know, but if I have a choice, I choose not to explain why I'm feeling tired and alone again. I don't know if something's broken inside. I hope I know if I had already died, but I don't know.
As we climbed the last hill before Lomantang, things didn't get much easier. Lomantang is at 12,500 feet above sea level. It went through my mind that in an airliner we get the cabin altitude warning at 10,000 feet and then the cabin oxygen mask dropped down at 14,000 feet in the cabin, the rubber jungle. We may have jumped for joy, but not very far off the ground.
This is our first view of Lomantang. Lomantang right down there in the valley. And
But I don't know whatever came before. I don't know how long it takes us to see it. We try too hard to be something we can't be. Well, I don't know, but if I had a chance, I'd sing what can be sung and bring
meat for the chicken. I don't know what you did today, but thank you. Great job.
We've got a bit of a barbecue going on, a couple of chickens. I think everybody here is a nomad.
But I don't know.
Well, it took us a little time to find the nomadic camp because apparently they keep moving. I guess we should have expected that. Clues in the name, of course.